This week on the advice column, we're going to be talking about emails. I know a lot of you have received some of my weekly updates and you're like, I love this, but I want to save it somewhere. So I'm going to walk through some different advice on how you could save some of these emails to come back to it later. Or again, if you need help, feel free to reach out to me. So the first thing is snoozing it. So on here, you might be like, okay, I can't deal with this right now. I want to read it later. And that's totally okay because I do know it's a lot of information. I know I'm an oversharer. So right here, you can see the weekly update. And you can just go up here and you can click this little clock and snooze it. And so then I can snooze it till later today. I can snooze it until tomorrow. I can snooze it till next week. I can also pick my own custom time. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to snooze it until today. And it's almost 12. Let's do 53. Okay. It's going to leave my inbox and it's going to come back at 12:53. And if you need to get to it before 12:53 or whenever you snooze it, you can go over here to snooze and it's going to be in that snooze file. And then again, you can kind of get through your other mail and organize things too. I really love to use the snooze when I have an upcoming meeting, but it's like not until 2 more weeks. And so I want to save the agenda, save what's on that newsletter, and then snooze it until it's ready. Okay, we waited until 12:53. That email is now back in my inbox and now I'm ready to read it. So those of you that maybe want to wait until the weekend to read it or want to look over it maybe at some type of other time during your planning time, you can snooze it and you can again customize it to when you want to see it. So there is that weekly newsletter. It came back up and then I can go through these different resources that I might want to at a later date if Tuesday mornings don't work for you. The second idea is creating a label. So once you do read this, you might want to save it. And so if that is the case, you can come up here. And I like to be on this screen, click this little box, and then you can click this little icon that has a folder with the arrow in it, and people create a Stephanie folder, which I don't know if I should be proud of that. But there's the Stephanie folder. They hit create, and now there's a folder right here, and all of the weekly updates can go to that folder once you're ready to move them. So again, that could be another option. If I'm in the email, I can kind of click right here, this dot, and then I can move it as well to my Stephanie folder. It's already in there, so it's not going to pop up. And then it's going to have this little label over here. If you want to, over here in the 3 dots, you can change the label color. So maybe you're like, okay, I want Stephanie to be purple or gold or whatever color might help you. You can change that color as well. And then that's the folder that will kind of be there for you. So that could be another option that you could use. Okay. I am going to remove my label because I want it back in my inbox. Let me go ahead and refresh this. Okay. And then finally, a filter. So another way that you could do it is it just automatically adds that filter, that label to that inbox. So let me go ahead and find that weekly update. Okay, so I've got my email here. Filters are really cool. It like kind of uses some AI to automate the resource. So again, you could snooze it, you could add the label and you could do that manually, or you could have a filter do that for you. And so anytime you get an email from me, you could have it set up so that it's a filter. And so right here, I've got my weekly update email. I'm going to go over here to create a filter. So up here in the search bar, you click these little dots. I think they're like dots with these like lines in them. And you're going to click that. Once you click that, you can decide what you want. You could put my email address. You could put has the words weekly update. I would suggest doing my email address. So from Stephanie _Hal at PLSE or whatever email address. And then I could put, again, if it has the weekly update, you could have all of those emails or all of the emails from me go there. Okay, so I'm going to, again, put my email here. Then you can go down here and you're going to hit create filter. Once you create the filter, you're going to decide, do you want it to just go straight to that folder and not even skip your inbox? So I don't like that option, but that is up to you. You can mark it as read if you wanted to. You could automatically star it. So starring it puts it into a folder. And I like to use star as like a to-do list. So it's like, okay, as soon as I read those emails, I unstar them. I can again apply that label. So I want them to go to that Stephanie Howe folder that I created. you can create a new label in this step. So if you haven't done that yet, don't worry about that. And then you can do all these other things. These are probably the two most things that most people do with my emails is they add that label and then it goes to that label, but it also stays in their email too. So that could be another way to create a filter. And again, all of those emails will go into that folder that we created with my name on it. So those are some ideas, and you might have more. And if you have more, please share how you might organize and save some of those emails. And you can use this Google form to complete that. So if you go here, you can add your email, your name, and then what advice you have. I'm going to add into their Gmail or email advice, and then you can include any advice you have. If you need help, you can email me or send me a Google chat message. All right, thank you so much for joining. And don't forget that you can snooze, use labels, or filter different emails to kind of help you organize your email life.